going to set ourselves up to be able to generate a contingency table, and we'll be able to determine visually, I say able to be determined, we'll get an idea whether there's an association between people who wear helmets and text less, or the other way, if they don't wear helmets, they're texting more. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our frequency tab. We're going to go to independent samples, and we're going to test for association. The way we're going to do that is we're going to take helmet IND, and we'll put that in our rows. So that is our explanatory variable. And we're going to take text IND, and we're going to put that in our columns. And we get all of the observed values. Now you'll notice that these are out of order. And there is a comment in the Jamovi lab that says it would be better to have them in order, using increasing helmet usage and so forth, but it's a bit problematic to pull off, so we're not going to bother doing that. I am going to put in rows, and we're going to have percents within rows. I will make a comment that we can find our expected counts as well, and I will just point out that when you're doing expected counts, to get the 138, you would take the row total, multiply it by the column total, and divide it by the total total. The way you'd get the 30.9 row total, column total, divided by the total total. To get this one, the 2650, take the row total, multiplied by the column total, divided by the total total. Now I'm going to remove those. All right, our chi-squared test statistic is 48.7. Our p-value is smaller than 0.001. If we wanted to do a model-based inference, each one of the values, let me click back here, each one of the expected values should be larger than 5. All of our observed values are larger than 5, which is a good thing as well. All right, so let me hit the bar plot. All right, we're generating a bar plot. Right now we have side by side. We're going to go to stacked. We're going to go to percentages. And we want to be within rows. And now it's taking all of our percents, and it's basing our graphs off of the percents. It does look like the individuals that never wear helmets do seem to text more than the individuals that always wore a helmet. And then there's sort of this stair step going on between always, sometimes, and never. So I would argue that there is an association. We're going to take a look in a little while, and we're going to see our chi-squared test statistic is 48.7. Our p-value is very small, so based on this, we are rejecting, I'm going to travel over here, our null hypothesis that there's no difference, and we're going to operate under the assumption that there is a difference in the rates, and so there is some type of association. As we talked about, our expected counts on each cell are greater than 5, and again, to show you where that is, expected counts, these are all larger than 5, and so we can do model-based. We'll talk about degrees of freedom and be able to get a critical value from our tables in the next video. Hopefully this is okay.